Hey, welcome to Tabletop Skirmish Games. I'm Lee, and in this video I'll be unboxing REM RACERS by Corvus Belli. Here we go, REM RACERS, a brand new board game by Corvus Belli, and this is by Fernando Lego. And a big thanks to the team for sending this out for me to share with you today. I've got to say, I really enjoyed unboxing this. It's something different to what I usually do. It's not a tabletop skirmish game. It is linked to the Infinity universe, so if you've been playing Infinity and you like the whole lore and the background, then I think this is going to be really interesting for you. In this video, I'm going to get it all unboxed so you can have a real close-up look at all the components, flick through the rulebook, and hopefully this will give you a good idea about what the game's all about. And it's all about fun, and REM RACERS is a fun remote racing game for the whole family. So if you want to play something with the kids, then this could be the way to go. And crashing speed and laughing, welcome to REM RACERS. That just sums it up. Sounds brilliant, looks really cool. When it's laid out on the table later, it just looks awesome. But the contents, it tells you on the back here, everything that you're going to get included. The rulebook, the miniatures, control panels, your pilot cards, all the equipment cards, tokens, and the racetrack tiles as well. This is a really neat idea, this game, and I think it's going to be a real fun one. I love the idea that it's really based around playing with a family. You can see here it's for 14 plus and 2 to 5 players. It can take about 60 to 90 minutes per game. I like this idea of taking the Infinity universe and then coming off and creating little games like this around it. So hopefully they'll do more things like this in the future. I think it's a really good idea. But if you're interested in Infinity and haven't seen the starter sets yet, then I've got Operation Blackwind, the Infinity Code 1 Battle Pack, to unbox at a later date. So if you want to see that, that's going to be on the channel very soon. But let's get back to REM RACERS and we'll have a look at all the contents. They've really gone with nice artwork. Again, it's got that family feel to it, which I think is really well done. Big square box, packed with good stuff in here. And here we go. You can see we've got the rule book straight away, and we'll get it all unpacked. I'll get everything laid out first on the table, then we'll start going through each of the components. So we've got the square rule book, not very thick at all, so this is going to be quite quick to get started with. And then we've got all our tiles and tokens there, big chunky set. And once they're all popped out, they're going to sit nicely in that container. You've got 5 miniatures there, all the different colours. Don't need that, let's get that out of the way. And then at the top we've got a nice big chunky card pack. So there we are, and some dice too. 5 orange D12 dice, and then we've got these little clips. That's going to help us when we put together our remote control panels. That's nice and simple, not too many components, and when we get all the tokens out, you'll see that it's not overwhelming, not too many tokens at all, and just to show there's nothing else underneath, I'll take the insert out as well. Alright, let's have a look at those tiles first. Here's my Spyderco knife, love that knife, the UK legal one. There's a link down below actually, if you want to find out where I got it from, and let's get this out. If I can get this wrapper off, give it another little snip there, and then we can take that off and have a good close-up look at these tiles. Now there's some track tiles here, and these are double-sided, and so I'll flip them over. You can see the other side is like this cool pink and purple colour, so looking really bright. And when it's all out on the tabletop in the circuit, it just looks fantastic. Really well printed, great quality. I really love what they've done here. This is the sort of game I'd never imagine buying or even wanting for the collection. But when you get the track out, there's something fun about it. If you'd like Scalextric as a kid, it kind of gives you that nostalgic vibe almost, but mixed with playing on the computer, things like Mario Kart, that kind of thing. But there's all the little tokens. These little discs are going to go into your control panels. Yeah, and they all pop out very easily, so that you don't have to worry about using a craft knife or anything. There's one of the control panels there. So if you've got kids that like playing online and playing all the different consoles, then that's going to appeal to them, I think, straight away as well. And great to get everyone round the tabletop, off the screens for an hour or two to play some fun games. It's always good, and this is really going to encourage that, which I can certainly get behind. Loving the artwork. Again, the tokens really bright and colourful. It just really fits in with the whole Infinity universe. They've done a great job, but also scaling it down and doing the artwork a little bit different to appeal to some younger players. And I think you could probably go a bit younger than 14 with this as well. But you know, once you've learnt the rules yourself, you could easily pass it on to your kids. So there we go. I'm going to get all that popped out later, and I'll lay out a circuit so you can see what it looks like when it's put together. In this little bag, you're going to get the black little, what would they be called? Little pegs that are going to hold the discs together. And so you can see they just go inside each other like that. And then they're going to clamp down and hold everything in place. Let's have a look at the rulebook. Very thin, and it's in this square size. On the back you've got the quick reference charts. And I think for a game like this, you don't want too many rules. You don't want to be reading loads before you play. You want to dive in, give it a go, and I think this is set up really nicely for that. So you haven't got to worry about learning a massive book. You can sit around the table, learn it together, and I think get playing really quickly. Here's all the contents once we pop out all those tokens, and this gives you a description there of how to set up everything on the tabletop. And then you've got your basic concepts, takes you through the controller, and again, not too many components, not too many stats that we have to worry about, so it's going to really allow us to immerse ourselves in the game and focus on all the different tactics and cool things that you can do. All the little templates are going to help you to do little moves, little boosts and skids, and then you've got little things you can use. You've got software all built into it as well, and so you can make attacks against your opponents. You've got all different weapons included. You can see you've got the flamethrower there. There's oil that you can do. You can spill that out behind you. I think you can get a really good idea of the direction the game's going in just from this book, just having a quick flick through. Really sets the scene for some fun games, I think. And then there's some example circuits that you can put together as well. And then on the back, the quick reference chart, not too much to go to and look for, so you can just focus on playing the game using the cards and your controllers, and so that's a real big bonus. Okay, here's the dice. We've got these nice orange dice, D12s, and let's give them their first roll, see what we get. And we got a 12, which is always cool. Onto the card pack now then. So we're going to get all different weapon cards in here and the characters as well. And we're getting a good close look. I'll flick through the whole pack, but straight up, really nice quality. Good glossy cards, nice and thick, excellent printing. These are really nicely done. So we've got our characters and then we've got all our weapons there. And so we put those to one side and have a look at the characters first. So we've got Agnes Ferreira. And each character is going to get a special ability on the card. So there we go. Each one's going to give you something a little bit different to take into the game. And you'll see later on when we have a look at the remote controllers that you can see that they are linked to the factions as well. So all these again playing into the Infinity universe. But very nice artwork. I love this style. They've done a great job on the aesthetic for this game. Really fun. It definitely screams out a family game, which is what I'm all about. So this is going to be a good one to get everyone together around the table, or maybe you could convince them to play some Infinity games as well after this. But now we've got all the different weapons and different things you can do with your characters. So you've got the submachine guns, multi-rifles, and I haven't played an awful lot of Infinity, so you might recognise these more than I do. I imagine these are from the universe too. You've got mines, oil leaks, crazy moves, drift mode, all sorts you can get up to, so there. But also not too much, so it's not going to be overwhelming. And as you'll see with the tokens as well, there's not too many, so you haven't got to worry about what everything does. It's going to be very intuitive. Let's have a look at the models. All together, you're going to get 5, and they come on these nice bases. Let's try and get that so you can see the logo. I'll get the light to reflect it. There we go. Good chunky bases. And the miniatures are all different colours, so you haven't got to worry about painting it. You can literally just play it straight away, although it would be fun to get these painted up, but certainly no need to whatsoever. You could just play with these straight away. And they're all different as well, so let's have a look at each one. There we go. You can see you've got some different vibes going on, and these are going to relate to the characters as well. And the colours of these miniatures also reflected in the control panels and then also in the little character screens as well. By the way, if you're interested in grabbing hold of the game, it goes on sale on February the 1st, 2024, and it should be in your local game stores. I'll put some links down below to Element and Wayland, where you can make some great savings, and you should be able to pick it up there. I'll also put a link to the Corvus Belli website too, so you can go there and find out more about this game, but also about Infinity, and check out the awesome miniatures they do. I've been using them in some other games. Really great models. Alright, here we go. We've got our controller here, so I thought I'll just show you how you put the little dials in. So you get these little pegs, and then you just line up the holes, pop one underneath, push it through the hole there, and then you just clamp the other one in. Put that in there, give it a good squeeze so it goes down nice and tight, really clamp it together, and then that's going to help you spin the little dial there. I didn't push it all the way in, but it goes around quite fast, but don't forget, it's going to lay down on the tabletop, so it's going to lay like that, and then that's going to hold it in place. You're not going to hold it like a controller, for sure, but there we go. So yeah, nice, that's really cool, nice and simple, and then you've got yourself a really good interface, and again, there's not too many stats to have to look at when you're playing the game. And then you've got these little screens that you put on, that's going to go on the top, and then you know the character that you're playing. It looks really fun. I think having these all laid out and you've got one each is brilliant. I really like how they've put this together. Let's have a look at everything then. So you've got the controller, you've got the card, and then you've got the miniature. So you can see it all works together, all colour coordinated. Just really well done. I think they've done a fantastic job with this. Makes me really want to play it. Just the whole look of it and the vibe. A brilliant job. Okay, so we've seen everything that comes in the box now, and so I've put together some of the tiles to make one of the circuits, and you can see you've got a few spare bits left over, and this is one of them, probably one of the shorter ones, but looks great. I mean, that looks so fun. Just want to dive in and play on it. The quality of the print really adds to it. The vibrant, bright colours, just brilliant. So there we go, that's REM RACERS, and it says on the information they've given me that the idea with the game is to cross the finish line, stay in the lead while surviving the attacks of your rivals. And you've got those movement templates, all the equipment cards, and you're going to try and push the other vehicles off the track and avoid being destroyed yourself. So if that sounds fun and you want a game to play with the family that also links in to Infinity Universe, then I think this is going to be a really good choice. And of course, you don't have to play Infinity to play this. It's a standalone game, and it's more of a board game than a skirmish game. So something a little bit different to get everyone together playing around the table, and I'm all for that. I'm really grateful to the team for sending me this box set out to share with you. Really cool to see all the contents up close and get a good idea about what this game's all about. So hopefully this video has helped you decide whether or not this is one you'd like to add to the collection. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. If you enjoyed the video or found it helpful, it'd be awesome if you hit the like button, subscribe for more videos like this one, and I look forward to seeing you here next time on Tabletop Skirmish Games. It's getting very close now to the release of Population Z, Welcome to Huntsville, which releases this week, so I can't wait to share that with you. Look out for more videos about the game coming very soon here on the channel, where you'll find out all about this new game that I've created. It's a solo co-op zombie survival game. It's a fun, chaotic game that you can play on your own or with your friends and family, and as you're in control of how gory the action gets, it's going to be a great one to play with a family or for those adult-only meetups. Thank you so much to my Patreon supporters for helping me to keep going with these regular videos. I couldn't do this without you, and I appreciate your support so much. If you'd like to join the Patreon community, support the channel, get some great perks at the same time, there's a link down below in the description. It'll be awesome to see you there.